Now, the recent Global Status Report on Alcohol and Health 2014 talks about the harmful use of alcohol results in 3.3 million deaths each year around the world. On average, every person in the world aged 15 years or older drinks 6.2 liters of pure alcohol per year, and South Africa is one of the countries with the highest consumption. This is according to the latest report released by the World Health Organization. Now, to tell us more about this is the CEO, the Industry Association for Responsible Alcohol Use, Dr. Osborn Mahanjada. So good morning, welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning to your viewers.
What does this report say about South Africans in general?
Firstly, let me just mention quickly who's ARA. ARA is an organization that is trying to deal with harmful use of alcohol by trying to combat misuse and abuse of alcohol. So this report, it needs to look into perspective. It says, if you look at the report, it says more South Africans drink compared to the rest of the Africa. But if you look at South Africa in relation to the developed world, it's even lower, which is Europe and America. One conclusion you can come up with this is that the more the country develops, the more people drink, and some they drink responsible. But there is a population and a population of people whom they do drink irresponsible. For the mere fact, about 60% of South Africans, they don't drink alcohol. It's only 30 to 40% they do. And in those proportions, about 10% abuses alcohol.
How does issues such as ads and billboards and of alcohol affect the numbers of drinkers?
Billboard advertising basically doesn't increase the number of people to drink. If it was so successful and very effective, we wouldn't have 60% of South Africans not drinking. But it is there to make sure that it informs people's choices. You remember, suppose these guys are fighting for a market share, so to be a product to be able to change the products among themselves. Also, it allows the opportunity for the newcomers, especially the black farmers, to be able to come into the business. Because if now there's no advertisement, then there's no potential for the new entrants, especially the black entrants. And
what is the significance of this report by the World Health Organization?
I'll say, to me, it's telling what are policies that might work around alcohol, where are we going with the world, and where we want to go at the end by 2025.
Now, the report states that nearly half of the adults worldwide have never touched alcohol, like nearly 62%. How does this align with South African consumption patterns? We spoke about it earlier, that 30% of South Africans in fact drink, while another 60% does not actually drink.
Yes.
What does this say about South Africans and the amount of alcohol that we consume?
Yeah, this is an important question. So, as I said again, around about 60% of South Africans, they don't consume alcohol at all within the past year. So it means between 30 to 40% they do. But so some of them, they do it responsible. Within that 30 to 40%, there's about 10% that they misuse and abuse alcohol, meaning underage drinking, drinking and driving, interpersonal violence, and also doing some risky behaviors.
What does a government like South Africa do, though, to combat that little number of people that are affecting road accidents every year? We have road accidents in Easter, around Christmas every year, and those drunken driving incidents. What does the South African government do to combat those? Yeah,
firstly, I must commend South African governments. They've got a good policies. And also some, they're implementing them. But to me, I believe there's no silver bullet in dealing with misuse and abuse of alcohol. So you need to work with all the partners, all the NGOs, the distributors and the importers of alcohol also suppose they need to contribute. It's their products that are causing harm. Also working with government, because I'm in a view that there's a need for proper regulation, but too much or too little it doesn't help the cause. So we need to work with all the stakeholders to make sure then that we target those individuals at higher risk in abusing alcohol.
Speaking about higher risk, before we wrap it up quickly, the number of drinkers, the age has decreased. There's a slide there that says 14 years old. What do you attribute this to?
Okay, in South Africa, the drinking age is 18. Someone can vote. someone can get married and you can go and buy alcohol. And government at some point in time wanted to increase it to the age of 21, but we think 18 it's a good number. But you will notice, as you have said it, the WHO recognizes that there are people who drink below the age of 18. So they do their report from 15 plus. So you will notice that all the reports are say 15 plus about people drinking.
All right, Dr. Osborne Mahanjana, thank you so much for talking to us. He's the CEO of the Industry Association for Responsible Alcohol Use, talking to us about the recent World Health Organization's Global Status Report on Alcohol and Health 2014 and responsible alcohol consumption.